The Library of Babel is essentially a short story explaining this library that, for all intents and purposes, is infinite. The story is based around people trying to find meaning in this infinite world, and what I'm going to do for the project today is I'm going to replicate 20 lines from a page of one of the books of the Library of Babel. How I'm going to do this is I'm going to be using a series of random number generators, and I'm going to use them to basically map out random characters to put in to each page. As for the library says that each page, each book, essentially has an assortment of characters in it that are only the letters of the alphabet, periods, commas, and spaces. And just random assortments of that. Most of this is meaningless. Most of the library is meaningless because they're all randomly assorted. They could be anything. And sometimes you can find sentences or phrases or words that just pop out of nowhere. So what I want to do with this experiment is to see if we can be that lucky. Maybe with these 20 lines that I do, something will come out of it. Or not. And that's kind of the entire experiment of the thing. Okay. So what you see in front of you is a blank page with numbers down the line here. Now, I don't know if you can really see this clearly because, you know, when you use something electronic to film something else electronic, it just never turns out well, so everything's all blurry. But over here, if you can see the little blue box here on the Excel sheet, this is 20 random numbers. Anytime I change something on the spreadsheet, all the numbers change, okay? Basically, over here, there we are. Over here is a key, various numbers. I'm only going to be using the last 2 digits of the random number generators over here. So this will be a key of what each number will mean as far as a letter or a symbol goes, for that matter. And I'll be piece by piece putting this together. Okay, so first experiment of 20 characters from the page equals out to YH space QFQGDXDB space period CRDZIPX. The only thing that I actually got any kind of legibility out of is that in between D and X and the part of the word after the space is the word zip. So, does that mean anything? I don't know. But, you know what? We're going to continue this experiment a little bit longer, okay? Okay, so the second round produced different results, sort of. I mean, it's still chaos as far as I can see, but it has the letters L, P, R, Y, W, P, C, W, G, Q, Q, J, U, Z, L, T, D, F, period, and G. So this one, utter chaos. I couldn't find anything that had anything to do with anything. Okay, one more trial, see if we can find meaning. Okay, so the final line is again meaningless. MGNGNQLRO, period. MZYWDZ, comma, MHV. What this all means is beyond me, but ultimately, people, I think this is the point of the library, is that no matter what comes out of it, even if it was all words, even if it was just like dialogue or something legible and understandable, would it really mean anything anyway? That's the question that the Library of Babel is trying to prove, I think, is that it's not so much finding meaning in something that's meaningless, but making everything meaningless, which is kind of a depressing thought. But welcome to existentialism, I guess.